I'm Bob Simon.
Now at 11, 60 Minutes correspondent Bob Simon tragically killed in a car crash in New York City.
This is Phnom Penh's last line of defense. The consensus seems to be that the communists will break through it whenever they want to.
From the Vietnam War to the Gulf War, we take a look at the life and career of one of the country's most honored journalists. Good evening. I'm Pat Harvey.
And I'm Paul Majors. A terrible loss in the CBS News family tonight. Veteran 60 Minutes correspondent Bob Simon was killed this evening in a car crash in Manhattan. CBS News' Rachel Kim is in our satellite center with new details of the deadly accident and his tremendous career. Rachel.
Paul and Pat, Bob Simon's 5-decade career earned him numerous awards and incredible respect from fellow journalists. Tonight, CBS News anchor Scott Pelley delivered the news of his colleague's death in a special report.
Our 60 Minutes colleague Bob Simon was killed this evening. It was a car accident.
An emotional CBS News anchor, Scott Pelley, broke into primetime programming tonight to report on the loss of a member of the CBS family. Longtime 60 Minutes correspondent and legendary CBS News foreign reporter Bob Simon, the man who reported in war zones around the world, was killed in a car accident in New York City tonight. He was a passenger in a Lincoln Town car when it hit the driver's side of a Mercedes-Benz that was stopped at a light.
You can't live on it, you can't plant on it, you can't even play on it.
Bob Simon first joined CBS News in 1967 as a reporter based out of New York, but it was overseas that he earned his reputation as a rock-solid journalist. Simon moved to Saigon in 1971 and London in 1972, covering the Vietnam War.
This is Phnom Penh's last line of defense.
His extensive experience overseas and in war zones often put him in danger. In January 1991, Simon and 3 CBS News colleagues were captured by Iraqi forces near the Kuwaiti border.
They just knew it was a jail. And then it was bombed, and were put in the buses and were taken to this large jail.
They were held in Iraqi prisons for 40 days before they were released.
I'm Bob Simon.
Simon joined 60 Minutes as a regular contributor in 1996. Tonight, the journalism world expressed their sadness on Twitter. Scott Pelley wrote, "One of the great writers of a generation has passed. Bob Simon was a journalist of extraordinary courage." Maria Shriver tweeted, "My heart goes out to Bob's family. I worked with him. True journalist." And Anderson Cooper said, "Bob Simon was the best writer, in my opinion, working in broadcast news. I have admired him from the time I was a kid watching." And Simon was one of the most honored journalists in the business, winning 27 Emmy Awards, among many others. He's survived by his wife and daughter, Tanya, who is a producer for 60 Minutes. Live in the Satellite Center tonight, I'm Rachel Kim, CBS 2 News.